podcast dedicated to the lore, legends, and myths surrounding the creatures that may lurk in your backyard. My name's Hewitt.
I'm Chris.
Hey man, how you doing?
I passed my test.
Yes!
I did it. So that means I'm officially certified.
Nice.
Which is, I mean, it's still like the basic, like, CompTIA certification. It's kind of where you start usually. But the thing is, I still got years of experience, both informal and at my job, in some sort of IT experience.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, troubleshooting, networking, things like that. So, I think I'm confident I can move up to something else.
Well, I mean, you got your cert.
Yeah.
Guess what I don't have yet?
What?
My cert. The college stopped doing that last spring automatically, so now I got to go through my district.
So you passed the test, but then they're like,
pass the test, have my degree. It's up at work. I now have to pay to get the college to send my transcript to my employer, and then pay for the state to certify it.
that seems like a lot of bullshit.
It's Louisiana?
True.
Sorry, listeners, I'm eating chips.
It's sonically unpleasant, but, you know, it is what it is. But after doing that, I spent the week binging, outside of playing Draw Steel with you and Knox and Moose. I've been binging retro gaming. I've been playing PS1 Resident Evil.
With all the bad camera angles.
Look, here's the thing. Like, it's actually aged very well. Like, the camera angles are there specifically. So
I'm also thinking of Resident Evil 2 that had some god-awful camera angles.
See,
but beautifully drawn scenes.
Oh, yeah, it's all, like, pre-rendered scenes. Like,
and it was really pretty, but, like, there's a couple of them where, like, you had to have played the game a couple times to, like, not get hit when you came through that damn door, because you had to know exactly.
Oh, no, I died a lot, and I was on easy mode. But, I mean, I was just having fun playing it because Resident Evil Requiem's coming out, and I'm kind of back into a Resident Evil mood.
No, you wanted to play with, like, 57-year-old Leon that, like, can just deadlift.
Yeah, this 57-year-old Leon that is on TRT, apparently.
That's just been working out with Chris Redfield so he can punch fucking boulders back at somebody.
Yeah, I saw, like, someone do a comparison of, like, 21-year-old Leon versus 27-year-old Leon to 50. I think he's, like, 53. 1998, he was 21.
Okay, we're just going to go with what you said because I don't want to do math.
Yeah. And his arms grow. And now he has, like, he still kind of has, like, the boy band sort of, like, baby face going on.
I mean, it's Leon.
With a little bit of stubble, and he still has, like, the perfect hairline, of course. But he just has, like, jacked-ass fucking arms now. And he carries around a hatchet in Requiem, which I'm wondering how that works.
Very well, but it might get bone stuck.
Yeah. I think in this game, they're trying to, like, bridge the gap between, like, the Resident Evil 7 and 8 sort of, like, we want to...
My child is just yeeting stuff into his closet.
They want to keep it, like, you know, they want to have the spooky side, and then they want to have, like, the action horror side with Leon, which is interesting. But
I mean, they could have just done it with Chris. Like, they could have.
I mean, I want to have another game with Chris Redfield. I want another game with Claire Redfield as well, and Jill Valentine as well. Just bring back all the original characters in some way, and I'll be happy. But yeah, this isn't a great segue, so we might have to have the song.
That's up to you. You edit this.
I mean, you've been holding up the fort. Oh my god. Thank you. I can feel myself in my chair at my house having to edit this shit with you chewing. Oh no, don't fucking ASMR it. He's ASMRing it. Oh god. Okay. Do you like sounds? Good job. You Mo? Who's Mo, Hewitt? Who's Mo?
stands for mouthful of chips.
Yeah, why do you have a mouthful of chips when we're trying to have a conversation?
Because we were eating
We're
dinner.
having a conversation here, and you eat a mouthful of chips.
I haven't eaten since this morning.
Anyway.
Actually, no, I haven't eaten since yesterday.
Why haven't you eaten since yesterday?
I'll explain later.
So, the world is a noisy place, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you go out, especially if you live in a city or if you live near a city, live near, like, certain things, you kind of get used to an ambient sound. But picture, like, you go outside one day and you just hear a low hum.
Power lines.
That's just consistent.
Power lines.
God damn it. I'm doing a hypothetical here.
If we look into each other's eyes.
Okay, you know what? Fuck you. You walk outside. Well, no, this won't work either because I know exactly what you're going to say. Because we hear it all the time when we record. But you hear loud booms.
Yeah, that would be my child on the other side of the wall.
Are the planes.
Oh, God. Every time, the last 2 Extra Lives, we've had like one game where planes just decided to fly over.
There's been a few times when we're recording this where planes fly over. But yeah. So sometimes there are like unexplained phenomena you can't quite explain by normal conventions. What a skyquake is a loud booming noise heard in the sky described similar to a cannon going off, an explosion, or thunder. The noise doesn't have a discernible direction that it comes from, or it might come from one direction one time and come from another direction another time, and it can be strong enough to rumble buildings and shake glass.
No.
So, accounts date back to the 1800s and happen all over the world, to the point to where having names in other places, and you might have actually heard some of these. So in New York State, the Seneca guns from Seneca Lake are also known as the Lake guns, as in the 1850 short story by James Cooper. More on that later. The Barasal guns in Bangladesh, I like this name, the Mist Pofers in Belgium and the Netherlands.
Miss Spofers?
Yeah. And the Sea or Lake guns in Germany are Bruntiti in Italy. They're also known in some regions as fall guns. This might give away the game a bit. Skyquakes in general, like especially the ones I'm mentioning here, tend to be around large bodies of water. Lakes, seas, coastlines. So what they are is essentially a loud booming noise, oftentimes on a lake, maybe not always on the coastline or lake, but they do happen all around the world. But the thing that really wanted me to go over this, or at least one of the things, there's actually like, the thing is I have so many like weird noise stuff I want to go over that like I was actually looking up something separate and I just kind of got into this. But Skyquakes is like general name for a noise that is out of place in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
But one that you might have heard of, maybe, I don't know. Have you heard of sky trumpets?
No.
Okay, so sky trumpets are a type of skyquake which has a metallic trumpet-like quality to them with more of a wailing, sustained tones instead of like straight booms and thunderous noise. They can sound mechanical in terms of like, again, a horn, or they can have a whirling noise, as in like gears.
Oh, okay.
Or they can have a grinding noise.
As in gears.
Yeah, as in gears. The trumpet-like tones have drawn attention from religious and paranormal enthusiasts, some interpreting them as omens or signs of Judgment Day.
Hold on. This pisses me off because the Book of Revelations, people are like, I heard a trumpet in the sky, the seals have been released.
I mean, when you go online and you look at all the videos, you're going to see a lot of like compilations, and in the compilations you're going to see people be like, oh yeah, this is a sign of the end times. Things are gonna end soon. Guess what time a lot of these videos came out?
2000?
2012.
2012.
Yeah. So when I was looking up the videos, like I just looked up Sky Trumpets.
So like the third Aztec calendar death day.
Yeah. The day that everyone was like, oh, the world's going to end in 2012. And then we had the Roland Emmerich movie, 2012, in 2012. But yeah, you see a lot of the videos from that time. This is a phenomenon, despite the fact that a lot of videos online are hoaxed, which is very easy to do.
Yeah, you play a video, and then you put the final countdown over it, and say
you don't
it's
even
a Sky
have
Trumpet.
Look, you don't even have to do that. All you have to do is have like an audio source with what you want heard, like the trumpet noise, somewhere behind you.
Just someone play it over the phone.
Just someone play it over their phone, and you're sitting there with your phone looking out into the sky, and then you hear the way the acoustics work. It makes it sound like it's more distant than it really is.
I hate everything about that.
Yeah. The thing is, though, there are, like, recorded actual accounts of it. But yeah, some of the first accounts that, like, popped up on the internet, at least, were in around 2011 in Kiev. You know, Kiev, Ukraine. There was some that happened before in Hawaii. Some happened right before a volcanic eruption.
Okay.
They have happened in places like Bristol. They've happened in Canada. They have them in Australia, here. Actually, the Midwest, apparently, they hear a lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the trumpet noises specifically.
I'm going to go ahead and ruin this one. That's just a Hoosier fart. Someone in Indiana gets dared.
They're just so stopped up with, like, cured meats that it just makes that grinding noise.
Yeah, you hear a grind, and then it sounds like a trumpet.
Oh, my God.
Then they got to go to the doctor.
Now,
That's how you blow out your O-ring.
the third one I want to talk about. Have you heard of the hum?
Yeah, I know about the hum.
Okay, so yeah. The hum is a low-frequency noise heard by anywhere from like 1 in 50 to 1 in 100 people, give or take. This is a rough estimate. It is a low-frequency noise that is persistent. It is known to cause distress, depression, nausea, headaches, and just general irritation with whoever hears it. This has been going on, like, out of all of them, this one's probably, like, the most recent in terms of noises. Like, Sky Trumpets, Skyquakes. There's a count, like, when I talked about, like, the Seneca guns, those go back to the 1800s. You could talk about mist poofers. They go back to, like, the 1700s at least. This goes back to about the 1970s when people, I believe, in London first heard the noises and talked about it and were upset about it. But the big time for the hum was the 90s with the...
Bop. Bop.
That's actually what they heard. It was just, it was the what is it, Hanson?
Hanson.
Just sitting there. That's all they heard. They're like, please fucking kill me.
Let's make a song that's more of an earworm than this thing actually is and combat it. And the hum. Son of a bitch.
God damn it. So in Taos, New Mexico, in the 90s, an estimated 2% of the 4,000 population heard the hum. It was so distressing that some of the people left permanently. And when researchers came into the town to isolate this
Noise.
they were not able to. And since then, beyond the 90s, multiple places around the world have had a similar humming, including Boston, Auckland, Kokomo, Dublin, and Windsor. Now, like, I know that's like, there's not too much happening here, but I think the main thing that really interested me here is, like, just all the different things.
Well, there's a weird auditory effect that's sort of like the hum.
Yeah.
The reason I know about this is I have hearing issues.
Right.
I think we might have mentioned this on the podcast before. I have some type of degenerative something with my hearing, which means I do occasionally pick up weird frequencies that set off my tinnitus. So more than once I've been in a place and heard a hum and other people, oh, no, I don't hear anything. And I get it. And the thing that I always write it off as is that depending on what's up with your hearing, you do pick up different frequencies. And certain objects, man-made or natural, do always generate noise.
Yeah.
It's just that a lot of it is something that we can't normally perceive.
Like, the thing is with noise, it's hard to perceive where it's coming from because of acoustics or, like, the Doppler. Things like that can make it quite difficult.
Well, I mean,
but
like one of the things is if we were to break out, like, an extremely sensitive microphone, you could hear my house settling that we physically can't hear.
Are creaking, are expanding. But before we get into...
Or that ghost named Terry.
God damn it, Terry. No, I mean, I don't want to say that because we have had weird things happen while we've recorded this fucking podcast. But, so let's...
Sorry, the ghost just comes in. Your mom's a wonderful woman.
Oh, thanks, Terry.
We can keep that. You know, a ghost Terry can stick around. He's a positive affirmation ghost. You're doing good. I'm proud of you.
I'm from the 17th century.
Do you know how wild the internet is for me?
Man, there's lots of porn, huh? It's getting kind of weird nowadays.
Terry, we were going so good, Terry. Terry, we were going so good. Dial it back.
I'm sorry. Now I'm just playing your video games.
Don't you save over my fucking save files, Terry.
All your fucking Valheim saves are saved over.
But I wouldn't be that mad about that because I switched to creator mode on that game so long ago just to build shit.
Okay, so let's go over like some weird, strange noises that this are some weird explanations for these strange noises. First one, aliens.
That's a safe bet.
Yeah, so a lot of people believe. You know, a lot of people is not a lot of people compared to, like, you know, the population of Earth.
Well, Obama let us know they're real.
Many believe that the sounds are created by spacecraft of some sort, maybe like stealth craft, especially stuff like the hum where it's like a low frequency. Yeah. Next one is God. Our demons are some sort of deity.
It's the angels clapping their cheeks.
Yeah, the angel, like that's what the grinding noise is. It's just that they're dancing.
No, that's the cannon. It's the cannon sound. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na.
It just shakes the world as they clap the cheeks.
I mean, have you seen a biblical angel? Have you seen a biblically accurate angel? Do you know how many ass cheeks they can theoretically have?
I mean, true.
What is the sound of 1,000 tiny butt cheeks clapping together?
But
Skyquakes.
Outside of biblical associations people put on sky trumpets, some cultures attribute it to a god or deity, even a demon, or even an ill omen. Like, I talked about Hawaii having, like, sky trumpets before an eruption.
Yeah.
Although that's kind of tenuous. I kind of, like, narrativize. I didn't really narrativize, but, you know, I'm kind of, like, connecting those.
Well, I mean,
loosely.
I think I know what one of the possible explanations here is.
The government.
Not where I was going, but okay.
Of course, people think that there's, like, government testing of, you know, mind control devices, torture devices, things like that.
A discombobulator.
Okay, I just had to kind of get, like, you know, the weird stuff. I don't want to say weird stuff, but, you know, the outlandish.
This is all weird stuff.
I'm like, well, the way I'm doing it is kind of dismissive, but
we have watched Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog. We do the weird stuff, okay? We are at that point.
Yeah. So, let's go into some grounded explanations.
Plate tectonics?
Actually, that's one of them, yeah. I saw one theory where it was like, when plates shift, it might be subtle, but create a noise. So you might not feel it, but you'll hear it.
Well, I mean, think about, like, let's look at the San Andreas fault.
The vault?
The San Andreas fault, yes. Fault. Fuck, Em and I are watching season 2 right now. Enjoy.
So fucking good.
I'm enjoying it. I'm not going to ruin anything.
But just give me one more.
Just Macaulay Culkin's guest appearance made me happy.
It's so good.
But no, what I'm saying is, think about the San Andreas fault. it shifts every so often, and very rarely do you feel it. But can you think about how big of an area that is?
Yeah.
And if it moves a centimeter, which is still a huge amount for it to actually move, how much noise that would generate?
Yeah, because
just
there's
that
a
much,
lot of energy being
it's not
expelled.
even just that energy. That much dirt and rock and stone moving past each other, even a tiny
grinding.
amount.
It is kind of like the grinding of butt cheeks, you know.
But I was going to say, think about how much noise when you pull apart Velcro. But like if you do it fast, it's not that loud. But if you do it slow,
right.
So like my first explanation of this would be plate tectonics or some other geological thing like a glacier shifting or breaking, a landslide on the side of a mountain mixed with weird acoustics would be my explanation for Skyquakes. Because like during the Civil War, people who were a mile away couldn't hear a Civil War battle, but people 5 miles away could hear it like it was outside their house. In Tennessee and Kentucky and Virginia and West Virginia, in all of the hollers and stuff and the mountains playing a thing, is they blocked the sound like immediately next to it, but miles away you could hear it.
Yeah, actually that's going to get into something else, but one of the big explanations is storms and lightning strikes out in the ocean. Now, we're talking about...
I could see that.
Yeah, so you're talking about a big lake or a sea or a gulf or something like that, and it might be nice and clear where you're at, right? But out in the ocean, it might be dry enough to...
Well, we've also heard thunder and lightning crack and it'd be sunny where we are and not see anywhere near where it was.
And you have that combined with like atmospheric factors that could change the tone. You have acoustics of an area which could change how it sounds like it's getting to you. So that's one of the big factors people say is what Skyquakes are. So if you hear about the Seneca guns at Seneca Lake, it's probably like lightning you can't see.
Well, maybe not even that. Like, let's say that like a couple really big trees went down.
Yeah.
Like anything hitting water broadside is loud. Like if you watch diving at the Olympics or anything, when they do a dive right, there is no noise. When someone messes up,
oh, it's pop.
It is okay. One, you're worried for that individual, thinking that they might have just, unziplocked themselves as they hit the water.
Yeah. And to get into what you were saying about the Civil War, it's like people don't realize how far noise can travel. So, like, a storm could be 100 miles out.
And you can still hear it, depending on where you are.
Yeah, and you could be even 100 miles further away from that lake and still hear that thunder, which is what a lot of people theorize is what's happening.
When we've set up for acoustics, we've had dead spots, and by no sense should it be there. But like, if someone was like Extra Life, someone got up and left to go to the bathroom, and then the person who was like struggling to be heard all of a sudden became so much louder, and they didn't get any closer to a mic.
Yeah. So another thing, getting into some of the things you were talking about with like tectonics and everything, is methane or gas buildup at the bottom of seas, lakes.
And then it releases.
Yeah, and that can cause...
earth fart.
Yeah, it's just a little earth fart. It comes out. There's also collapsing caves and underwater caves in.
They do generate a ton of noise. Like, I got on the list, and I'm figuring you're eventually going to do it before me. The salt mine collapsed down in South Louisiana that took like a lake and a bayou with it.
Is that the one where you actually see the tree go
down?
Yeah, I've seen that. That's so wild.
Yeah, and that's literally the salt dome they drilled too high.
Man, going back to Resident Evil and Resident Evil 7, at some point you go into like a salt mine, and you're like, it is really, because Resident Evil 7 is based in South Louisiana. Like, I think it's, LaSalle Parish?
Somewhere around there, I think.
And they're going like deep underground into this big cavernous salt mine. I'm like, I don't think that could exist there, but it actually, there's
a couple salt cathedrals in South Louisiana.
Yeah. Like, it just, when I played it at the time, this was years ago when I first played it, it didn't make sense to me, but then I read, like, yeah, they do have salt mines. Let's see.
Oh God, I sent pictures to your wife of you playing with Freya, and if you look at them, it's you starting the swing, and then eventually it's just you staring into the sky, and there's no baby.
Oh no! But yeah, another big one people say is coronal discharge or solar flares.
So okay, I'm glad you follow with solar flare because all I heard out of that was discharge. Earth, what you doing? I had an abscess.
Oh my God, I had to let this out. It would be the sun, technically, because coronal discharge.
I didn't hear coronal. I'm sorry. My brain just heard discharge.
Oh, I wanted to say one thing about the tectonic plates is that in North Carolina, the University of Carolina did measure Skyquakes around them, and they concluded, at least in that area, which is on the East Coast, that tectonic activity was ruled out. That doesn't mean...
No, my thing is like my first thought, like me trying to like find a scientific explanation.
Yeah. And it's a good one, and it's going to play into what my ultimate conclusion is.
Elvis.
It's Elvis. Fish. So the midshipman fish, or also known as the toadfish, is on the west coast of the U.S. and has a unique quote-unquote song or hum to attract a mate. It is low, monotone, and droning.
Girl, come and get it, girl.
Like, literally, I looked it up and I was like, if I heard that, like, I mean, it doesn't work for New Mexico because it's nowhere near
or North Carolina. But hold on, is this just like
hey,
holla? Let me see them fins.
Oh yeah. You see, actually, one of the guys, and I'll mention him later. He was like trying to acquire some of them, but apparently they got poisonous fins. So he's like, yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to try and do this. I mean, I guess he could have just flew to Seattle to, like, you know.
Yeah, but do you want to go to Seattle and work someone else's lab or have your very controlled trailer in Texas that you're going to put them in and try to record them going, hey, girl, let me get it?
I mean, true. The last one for the natural phenomenon is meteorites hitting the atmosphere.
Yeah?
Because, you know, meteorites actually hit more commonly than people
they do,
think.
but also, like, when the noise that a meteorite makes hitting the atmosphere is very similar to, like, when someone skips a stone across a frozen lake.
Yeah, it's like...
It's that, like, almost that, like, twanging a steel cord, which from far away could probably sound a little bit like a trumpet, but also just all the water vapor that's in a meteorite.
Yeah.
Exploding at once would make a pretty big pop.
Yeah. Now, you might be saying that, oh, you would see the meteorite. Not always. And again, we're talking about acoustics here. A meteorite can fall in Alaska and you'll hear it in Seattle.
Well, didn't people in California hear Krakatoa?
I'm not sure, honestly.
Like when Krakatoa went off, I know that's the year, like, when it put so much ash up that, like, it pretty much canceled summer that year. But, like, I'm pretty sure, like, there's reports of people hearing something.
I would not be surprised. Because if you're in California, like, that whole state is basically a coastline. So, getting into man-made explanations. Explosions or demolitions?
With the acoustic, like those weird acoustics during certain places, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Ambient city noise.
Yeah, because, I mean, we've heard gunshots, and it turned out they'd be, you know, almost a mile away.
Factory or construction work.
Mm-hmm.
Pipelines. And I mentioned pipelines.
That makes a lot of sense.
Because pipes, and I had to thank Bren Jordan's YouTube channel. He'll never listen to this because he has like millions of followers, and this was a 6 million viewed video.
Mm-hmm.
But he actually looked into the hum specifically, not Skyquakes, but the hum, and he was trying to find a acoustic related reason why it was happening. And one of the things he did was like investigate where pipelines were, because he has a lot of like experience experimenting with pipes, trying to figure out. I just realized what I said. I made myself laugh.
I'm not even buying into the joke. I'm over here being good.
Yeah, you're not.
I'm being, you know,
I'm the child here.
For once, I'm being good.
But pipes are like, they have a lot of acoustic sort of resonance. They can make different sorts of noise. You know, if you've ever had, I'm sorry, I'm still kind of laughing about the joke, but if you've ever had like a moment where you've like turned on a faucet and had like
the rattling before it.
Yeah. When talking about oil pipelines, they are high pressure,
miles and miles and miles long,
and they're huge. And
yeah.
They can make a lot of ambient noise. And what he noticed is that a lot of the places that have like the hum, quote unquote, have pipelines in or around it. Now, Brent Jordan investigated different areas, including Texas and Louisiana. Guess which place was one of the first places he went, and it surprised me when I heard it.
Lake Charles?
No.
Monroe?
Monroe.
Well, we did have a lot of natural gas pipelines coming through here for a while.
So, one of the first places he went to was Monroe, Louisiana, and he decided to take his first reading and found a reading here in Monroe. Now, the reason why I mention this is because he decided he at least filmed it, and I'm assuming he did his due diligence to like look up where he was, but he did a reading here near Pecanland Mall. The reason why I know that is because he filmed right in front of Pecanland Mall in one of the parking lots that is at his hotel. I knew that because he was in one of the hotel parking lots with the clear view of the Pecanland Mall front. You know exactly where I'm talking about.
He's at one of the Marriotts.
Yeah. And all I can say there is, like, it is interesting. But I'm also, like, when I first looked at that, I was like, in the back of my head, I was thinking, one, you need to get inside. That is a bad place to be in the middle of the night. And two...
Interstate and airport.
Interstate, airport, the
train,
the landfill.
It's a noisy section of town.
Yeah. So, like, I'm pretty sure he accounted for all of that. But I was like, when I was sitting there looking at it, it's like, it kind of made me think about like the hum and these ambient noises that people tend to hear. It's like, oh shit, like, I'm thinking about, like, I don't even recognize that, but, like, if you're someone that's, like, prone to, like, tinnitus, or if you're someone that's sensitive to certain noises, like, going through that part of town might be...
extremely sonically unpleasant?
Yeah.
When all of a sudden just even the sound of tires rubbing ends up making your ears buzz?
Lastly, the government.
Again.
No, really, one of the theories is that tells at least that the government used very low frequencies. You might not hear them necessarily, or you might not likely to be hearing them, but you can feel them.
Mm-hmm.
And that could be one of the explanations. And of course, if you're talking about like Skyquakes, things like that, you live near an airport.
You occasionally hear a plane take off and there's a pop.
Yeah. I'll probably edit out that you live near airports since we only have one in Monroe.
People have been able to triangulate us by at least 2 other stories. Not like we don't use this room to stream games.
That's true. I'm just trying to be a little bit nice, you know?
I appreciate it.
Yeah. But yeah, my personal opinion is, outside of like the outlandish ones, it's probably a mix of everything. Because, like, agreed with just about everything on this board.
It all makes sense. Like, unusual noises always have a legitimate explanation, in my opinion. Like, you hear a weird noise in the woods. Is it really a weird noise, or is it a noise that you're used to? It's just you didn't expect to hear it in the woods.
Oh, I should say with the hum specifically, there were two other explanations. One of which is tinnitus, or like a not necessarily psychological, but like some people can pick up like certain noises, as you were saying, and this could cause certain issues. And there was also someone theorized ibuprofen. Why ibuprofen is because it can degenerate hearing if it's taking. I will say
at
this,
excessive doses
at consistent doses. Like if you're using it as a consistent pain medication in the 90s before the opioid crisis, then it would make sense. Like 1% to 2% of a population that was probably taking ibuprofen at the time.
This might explain some stuff, because as a kid, I got so much ibuprofen from my mom.
Yeah, but I will say that it was just a theory that was put out there that is not medical in any...
There is no proof. He is not saying this definitively.
Like, none of the things in this are definitive proof of any of the Skyquakes, any of the trumpets, any of the hum. It's just possible explanations. The reason why there's so many explanations, in my opinion, is because there's so many factors that could play into it. Because we're talking about loud noises that you just hear. And the main thing about a loud noise, like you're not used to, is that it is somewhat scary. It's like you're in an abandoned building and you hear shuffling. That shuffling could be anything. You kind of know what that shuffling is.
I mean, it's also like if you were to hear a voice in an abandoned building, literally the acoustics, it could be somebody out.
Could be someone outside.
Yeah, could be someone on a floor below that's doing something. Like, one of the things I've laughed at is someone did a YouTube video and they were having a conversation with each other without knowing it, thinking they were catching evidence, but there used to be a pipe that ran between the floors,
right?
And they could like echoey hear each other.
Yeah,
and then, like eventually, Eric, yeah, shit.
It is so wild, just how weird, like just acoustics can.
Sounds a weird thing.
It's also interesting though, because it's like these weird phenomenon just happen and we get to experience it. We get to figure out what's going on. And in some cases it's the government, trying to implant us with orders to, I don't know,
buy more Taco Bell.
Anyway, my sources are Wikipedia for basic information, IFL Science, mysterious earthquake noises or skyquake noises heard around the world and nobody knows what they are, BBC Science Focus, mystery skyquakes are ripping through the world and nobody knows why, strange sounds, mist pophers, fog guns, coastal booms, clear sky cannons, and sea thunder mysteries. Niavo Lorado.
That's a hell of a source right there.
Yeah. Trumpets of the Apocalypse, sound before the eruption of the Kilauea volcano. Kilauea, thank you.
Or sorry, Kilauea. I mispronounced it and had to fix myself.
KLAQ, spine-chilling symphony unraveling the terrifying sky sounds over Houston, Texas. That's something I didn't mention. Actually, the one in this, I believe in this one, they figured out it was like a valve just releasing gas.
Huh.
So it's weird. It's like some of these things are just like very mundane things, but cause very like disruptive noises. And yeah, I don't know. Like the videos are always going to make it look like a lot more dramatic than it actually is. Like if you look at the Sky Trumpet videos, they're like, "Oh my God, the world's ending. God is speaking to us." And then you figure out someone in fucking Michigan is farting.
Someone burped the septic tank.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing: is like if we ever caught that, I'd be like, "The fuck is this?" Like we wouldn't be like all dramatic, like, But this is so fucking annoying. Like, that'd probably be us
Please,
in a video.
Stop doing that. And then someone behind the corner, I'm sorry. Mysterious lore. Mysterious sky sounds captivate the Midwest. Outrage or wonder. The people's voice. Mysterious doomsday trumpets heard across the skies. Thrillist. Investigating the mystery of the Towels Hum.
I'm sorry you had to read so many things that sound like born-again Christian, like, doomsday prophecy websites.
The thing is, the sources themselves weren't bad. Also, I should say Mystery Files on Watcher. I did watch that one. And, what's his name? I am, like, on a roll with how brain dead I am right now. Yeah, Bryn Jordan. Thank you for listening. We are Backwoods Obscura. But going back to what you were saying, all the videos were like, the hand of God is coming down.
Man, you're Southern goodbyeing this.
Yeah, I'm doing it a little bit because I can. It's our podcast.
This is true.
But we release every Tuesday, and we are also Team Bonus Action.
Team Bonus Action is a group of friends who like to play video games, tabletop games, and other stuff online. Right now, every Sunday is Flames of Time. We might have something else coming up here in the future because we're trying to guilt my wife into running Root. I want to play my armadillo.
I just want to play a rabbit, a chaos rabbit.
So, we are loosely affiliated with the Trevor Project, so if you could donate, we would greatly appreciate it. Hey, and thank y'all for listening. And Chris.
What?
Here comes the boom. Here comes the boom.
I'm a painter.
Ready or not.
I'm
How
not.